be nothing but a zero. Throw your hands in the air. Throw your hands in the air. Like you just don't care.
Welcome, one and all, inside the Nanaimo Ice Center tonight. The VIU Mariners hosting the Okanagan Lakers in BCIHL action. Matthew Fleet heading into his crease as we speak, as the boys in white and blue start to get ready, and Matthew Fleet doing his little pre-game preparation, and all of the officials getting set for tonight's contest as well. Just a reminder that tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Nanaimo Mitsubishi, driven by value, powered by you, and I know that they've got one of the Mitsubishi vehicles set to roll inside here this evening during one of the intermissions. And again, thank you to Nanaimo Mitsubishi for helping be part of this scintillating broadcast. You're going to see some good hockey here tonight. I guarantee it. The Lakers looking for some, they're going to have a bee in their bonnet after their 10-3 loss. And they are going to be ready, and I'm sure that the competition level is going to be high. I'm sure that their head coach is going to, that's Tyler Young and Ken Law, pardon me, Rylan Mitchell, Trey St. Pierre. They're going to make sure that these guys are ready to roll, and they want to show well for their fans and their supporters. We're going to step aside for a moment with Holly sings the national anthem. Well, welcome from far and wide, including Wiscata, Manitoba. Don Wickham says, "Go Mariners." And Kyle Strom watching from northern Saskatchewan. And a hello to Scottsdale, Arizona, Barb Stady, as we welcome you to the broadcast here tonight from inside the Nanaimo Ice Center. It was a pretty wet day overall, pretty soggy here on what we call the wet coast here in British Columbia, but particularly Vancouver Island, as the officials get their traditional huddle over and ready to get this game started. Marko Tokic into the face-off circle. He's up against the captain, Ethan Jones. And Jones tries to chase that one over the line. Can't reach it, and it's backhanded down ice by Carmichael, and it's just a little too far right off of the hop, and that'll be an icing call charged against the Lakers. Of course, the Lakers will be skating in their dark and orange jerseys from your left to right on your TV screens, monitors, tablets, phones, however you're dialed into this broadcast. And also a big thank you as well to the Rogers crew, keeping you up to date with BCIHL action. Had a whale of a home opener here one of the best games in probably a couple of decades here in this barn. Pass up to Jones. That's kicked off of a couple of skates, including Carson Earhart's, and into the corner they go. There's going to be a call against the Mariners right off the hop for that dish into the end boards, chasing down that puck, and they're going to call it a cross-check against the Mariners. So 31 seconds in, and Ryan Hunter, the Squamish BC product, he's going to sit for a couple of minutes. He's hoping the full 2. Face off over to the right of goaltender Matthew Fleet, and they didn't like something about that start, and they'll redo this one here. Chimago on the right wing, Thompson into the face-off dot. Pardon me, that was Bettinson, and he's off to a whale of a start, averaging 3 points a game. Unbelievable stuff from the top liner out right now. Centers this top line, Carter Bettinson out there with Parker Konecki and Kyle Ford. Puck is sent down ice, and that's where the Lakers will try and regroup from. Mariners send 2 in, and so far Blake Powers helping chew up some moments here as he forces Parker Konecki to take it behind his own goal. Connor Lemieux in goal for the Lakers. Matthew Fleet for the Mariners. Puck is over the blue line now. They're onside. 45 gone off of the power play. Comes to the point, but way too hard, and the Mariners doing a good job. They're going to get a full change. And speaking of Wickham's, there's one out on the ice right now, and he's going to try and kill some valuable seconds here on this PK. Matthew Coutelier getting his stick in the lane there. Now Kresge sends it wide. Chimago activates towards the goal. Mariners loading up that half wall. Puck squeaks to the point. Going to take their time and settle it. Seth Kreisy gets the Dixon Rio, sent it cross lane, and there was no one home, and the Mariners will take that gift, and Dixon Rio have to chase that puck down ice and regroup now with 30 on the ticker. Dixon Rio backhands it off the wall, but again, nobody home. Coutelier, he almost reeled that one in and kept it onside, but he'll settle for dumping it in with just 16 to go in this broken power play. And just by broken, I mean not a lot of continuity to it for the Lakers. Not a lot. There's actually no shots on goal registered so far. They'd like to change that before the PK is done. Carter from the point shooting, and that one took a tip in front at the side of the goal. Tried to reverse behind the net. That was a good play. The little fake and bake back and forth by Lukas Tokic to the point, but that one was too hard for anyone to collect. Carter, he'll dump it in on the backhand and get a change started. Watson is out there now with Gill. Actually, pardon me, Carter decided to stay on, and he throws a heavy hit near the line, but a good up by the Mariners. Burgesson wanted a little more skating room, and now he's found it. Takes it 1-on-4 off of the wing, but he's still got control. Stops, shoots, kick save. Still possession for the Mariners right after the power play. Into the high slot. That one bounces off a skate and makes it outside the zone. Moody took a bump there, and so did McGuire, but they maintain a good forecheck here. They force that hard pass down the ice, and Moody just clear it behind his own goal. Good play to Cole McGuire. Shifts polarities right back D to D. Long stretch pass. Took a deflection on the way for Lee, who'll just slap it inside the zone. And Mariners now get a partial change in with Daniels getting out on the ice along with Cook on the point. There's a steal out of the corner in the slot. Shoots, scores! Austin Daniels, number 77, takes advantage of a fantastic line change, and he gets out into position right into the slot. Austin Daniels pulls the trigger just at the inside of the top of the face-off circle, and what a ripper by number 77, and just under 4 minutes in, the Mariners get first blood here at the Nanaimo Ice Center. So after an effective penalty kill, the Mariners get on their offensive wagon and they cash in on a great shot from Austin Daniels, and the work from behind the goal. They are really skating well. There's a hard hit. Looked like Lon took the worst end of that one, getting knocked down. Out of the corner into the slot comes to Cook's stick, holds top of the umbrella. Pause shooting, and Darian Pause lets it go right off of the blocker and hanging on to it. Getting the stoppage, Connor Lemieux. He wants to get their top line out now. Bettinson's out there, Ford talking things over with Kenyon Carta. Marcus Gill out there as well. Coutelier into the face-off circle. Matthew Coutelier from Winnipeg, Manitoba. And as we know, we do have some viewers from that region here tonight. Puck bouncing around in front of the goaltender. Curtis Lee getting the assist, the lone helper on that one. Hard hit, finished in the corner, and the fans reacting to that hit by Blake Power. Oh, Power really finished his check on Kenyon Carta, and that sent Carta to the bench. Cook speeding around the outside, puts it through the crease. It was a laser, couldn't control it. Strom to the net, went off Coutellier's stick, and Dixon Rhea wisely sends it to the near side. Konecki has to move in. Wickham holds the line, and now he pinches, going down low. Left off for the forward in the corner. Jump ball. Nobody was able to grab it, but now Blake Power has possession. Backhand goes off the skate of Kyle Ford to the line and out. And the Mariners, though, quickly moving the puck around. Lots of good passing out there tonight by the boys in white and blue. Cage Newen's out there now. And boy, he's really a force to contend with. That one goes off of Dixon Rhea's skate. And the ever alert Connor Lemieux, he's not going to let that one get by him. He'll cover that one up. Shots are 3-0 for the Mariners. And also want to make mention of the Tom Harris Community Foundation, enhancing the quality of life in our community. Thank you very much for sponsoring VIU Mariners hockey. Face-off win, comes back to the point for Wickham, rides the line, has Parapelect in front, takes the shot, and another good block, and now on the counterattack, 3-on-3. Tokic breaking towards the goal, Parapelect into the corner, backhands the puck to him. Tokic, and he put a backhand saucer into the crease area, but they were unable to control it, and now on the counterattack the other way. Good attacking hockey here. Burgesson puts on the brakes, puts it towards the middle, goes off the goaltender's paddle, collected by Moore, holding, into the middle. Moody, and he put it to the side of the goal. Burgesson took it off his skate, comes up to the umbrella. McGuire holds, shoots. He lets a ripper go. That was wide on the Trapper side. So much action, and now something happening in front of the goal. And I think they're both going to get coincidentals here. So the shots are still 3-0. It looks like Cage Newens is one of the players headed off, and the main thing that this does is it opens up a fair amount of ice. Or are they going 5-on-5? Yeah, no, I figured that's what they needed to do, was to have it so that it was offsetting and 4-on-4. So as imagined, it will be 4-on-4 hockey. Ethan Jones, he'll take this draw. Brandon Moody moves up over to the left side and helps play it back to McGuire. Sends it below the goal line. Jones chases it. Earhart gives him a hand. Snow sprays up as they stab at the puck in the corner, but the Lakers ultimately come away with it. So 2 minutes each for roughing. That's Julian Parapelecta in there, as well as we mentioned, Cage Newen, so offsetting penalties. A crease will come out now for the Lakers. That's the only change, but it is still 4-on-4 hockey. And Crease from his own zone drops off. Lots of space, but a good poke check there by Jones, and that forces the puck up in the air. Watson playing it over to the corner, and good job by the Lakers defense to maintain possession, but look out, there's Earhart behind the goal as he fell trying to dispossess them of the puck in behind the goal. Watson, he'll turn and try and get a little better start. That's Jake Watson. Sends it to the left wing. Onside now, but it's 2-on-3. There's a shot blockered away, and the Mariners were all there, but look who found the puck. Crease. Pardon me, Reese, so he holds on, puts it to the near side. Watson through the crease, top of this. Oh, and a great block in front by Ethan Jones. Even Matthew Fleet was expecting that puck, and Jones got down in front and blocked it. Now he's going after the puck. McGuire stretching out for it, but he has Jones in the middle. Saucers it. Oh, and it went across the crease just a little behind Jones, and he wisely gets back towards the defensive zone, and that's a good play. Now Darian Pause on the drop to Hunter. Hunter stick handles around the crowd, now behind the goal. Oh, he caught a loose leg there, and now the Lakers are going to get off with the puck. And it's a 2-on-2 if they hurry, maybe 2-on-1. Lee, the only man back, but now he's got some help. A hard ripper goes high up over the net. And the Mariners, oh, a couple of them missed it by the half wall. Puck put through the crease, and the puck is deflected now by the defense. Good poke by Chase Cook, the Penticton product. Lee on the backhand, leaves it for Cook, and he fired it. Didn't miss by much on the Trapper side, and now the follow-up shot goes high up into the netting, and that'll bring about a stoppage in play. I wanted to mention, aside from the Nanaimo Mitsubishi crew that we have in-house tonight, putting on a presentation, Archie Johnstone Plumbing and Heating, where community and comfort come together. And after the game, why not head to Original Joe's, the official post-game meal for the VIU Mariners. The Saints team empowering your financial future together, and Windley Contracting and Advanced Health and Sports Clinics. All good stuff as the Mariners try and apply some pressure in the corner. Austin Daniels, our goal scorer so far. Puck is along the near side boards. Wickham played it forward to Jackson Goods. Gets the return pass on the point. Wickham shoots, scores. It took a tip in front. It might have hit Kyle Ford. So I think Lee will get credit for the goal, but I think it deflected off of Kyle Ford's stick. He looked skyward after it got tipped on the way to the goal, and I think that's what he was telling his goaltender, Connor Lemieux. He said, "I'm so sorry, I got a piece of that, but I didn't get all of it." At least that's what it sure looked like from here. And the Mariners grab a 2-0 lead. Curtis Lee from Fort St. John deposits one. The Mariners doing precision passing, and they gave them all sorts of time at the blue line to load it up. And the Mariners have done well to get the crowd into it and keep them there. Power puts on the brakes out of the corner, and he's got Kenyon Carter stapling him to the boards. So they're giving it to Nolan Wickham for now. Austin Daniels with his second point. There's a shot blockered away by Lemieux. And Curtis Lee getting an assist. Strom from the point, shoots, blockered away. Lemieux super busy right now. And we have a stop in play. And I'm not sure what the stoppage was, but oh yeah, 2 minutes for interference. So Jamison Rend, he'll get 2 minutes for interference. I think he was close to the blue line when he ran a little bit of interference on one of the Nanaimo the VIU Mariner forwards. And I think that was Landon Strom that he cut off access to the puck, even though he wasn't in possession of the puck. And speaking of which, it's down ice. Matthew Fleet out to play it on the backhand. He's only had one official test so far. Earhart takes a bump as he tried to feed Moody. Hunter comes back on the back check and sends the puck off the far side boards. Carlisle turns and smacks it off of a teammate. And the secondary clear is made down ice. 1:23 remaining in the power play. Mariners with a 2-0 lead. Moody over the line, has Jones on the trail, and he feeds it to him. Returns it to Moody. Top of the face-off circle, now trades spots on the point with Jones towards the net. The down low play to Cage Newens. Turns at the top of the face-off circle on the way out. Moody holding. Left shooting defender, fed it over to Jones on the right side. Jones had it in the skate, shoots it towards the goal, and that's about the best he could do with two Okanagan Lakers on him, including Jake Watson. Jake Watson doing a good job just making sure he was taking away some of the real estate that number 10 Ethan Jones likes to use. Face off over to the left of goaltender Connor Lemieux. Stalemate along the boards as Lucas Tokic does battle with Austin Daniels. Austin Daniels already a goal and an assist here to the point to Nolan Wickham. Fakes off on the shot. Through traffic, that one hit a skate. And I don't know if the Mariners can get there. The backhand by Daniels was intercepted and cleared down ice. 8:37 to go in the period, and 26. So look it out of the corner and a diving play by the Mariners. Just trying to free that puck up so now they can start to bring it down ice. One last go here on the power play. Feeds the wing. Davis Sato trying to protect it. Oh, and the puck bounced up high as he was driving the net hard. And one big burst, and then he heads off. There's a kick save. Puck is rifled off the glass, took a funny bounce off the partition. Dished, shot, and there's a save. Connor Lemieux from his right to his left gets into the butterfly at the top of the blue paint, and he makes that stop. So the shots now after that most recent one, 9 for the VIU Mariners, 2 for the Okanagan Lakers. And we've hit the media timeout moment here. And of course, just looking at a couple of the finals here. Last night in Logan Lake, in overtime, Simon Fraser University, the Red Leafs, they were able to they were able to take the game to OT. And they managed to win it in overtime. Pollock with the winner on a feed from Baines. And that's how that one ended. 5-4 in Logan Lake. A win for the visiting Red Leafs. And we finished up our media timeout portion here. Not in the lineup tonight for the VIU Mariners. Tanner Tresswell, Aiden Corbett, Luke Robson, Ethan Radoy, Jet Bennett off of the half boards, and a swing and a miss by the Mariners. And that momentarily turns over possession. Cook sent it to the middle, but it was intercepted by Bettinson. Spinorama play. Bettinson, as I mentioned, he's had, oh, here's a nice play by Dixon Rhea. Shakes off a check, shoots, and a great secondary block by Goods. And now the puck is backhanded off the boards and out to center. Actually, pardon me, that was Landon Strom with the big defensive play. Oh, here's a Konecki through the crease. Oh, and it was pulled away at the last second by Cook. Good reach and effort by Cook. Now up through the middle on a quick counterattack with power on the near side wing. On the drop to Strom, rings it off the post. Oh, a couple of fans, they put their hand on their forehead after that shot. Oh, at the line, played in, but now they have to be careful. Puck is loose. Good eye by Matthew Catelier. He plays it to himself off the boards. He's 1-on-4, tries the dipsy doodle, but he takes a little bit of a shoulder, and he's going to have to give up the chase there as the Lakers have possession, but Catelier gets it in on forecheck. Mariners with possession. Hard pass, shot, and a big save as Moody fired one from the top of the right face-off circle. Puck is clapped down ice. Watson's there, but he's going to take a shove from Catelier as he takes a change on the bench. And the Mariners adding some physical finesse here in this game. Down ice, Jackson Goods finds the puck behind the net. Nobody was able to track him. Mariners now with possession, 6:23 to go. Williamson pinning him to the boards. Nice back pass by Jake Watson, gets it out at least over the line. Oh, and a solid hit. Fans respond to that hit by McGuire on Chimago. And now McGuire, after that play, gets the pass, feeds Daniels, who takes it nice and calm, sends it cross ice. Oh, and a good poke there at the line by Watson as he didn't give up on the play. And now Reese trying to get into position to be available for a pass, but the Mariners shovel it off the wing. Good stick by the Lakers. Goods spins away from Chimago. Spin at the top of the faceoff circle. Lee, who had an assist on the earlier goal, sends it through the crease and wide. Wickham behind the net. Lee is followed up, takes it off his right skate. Now to the half faceoff circle. Off the half wall, Goods puts his arm down. Oh, he went down a little too hard, and now Reese will pick up the puck and look down ice. He's got some room, does well to use it, gets to center, and now he just sends it in high on the backhand for a full change. Out comes the Parapolecta line with Carmichael and Carlisle. Hunter steaming through the neutral ice, gets inside the Lakers zone, chips it into the corner. Good work by the captain, Ethan Jones, to stop that bouncing puck. Going a hard hit. Carson Earhart stepped in. Jones through the crease, circles and scores! Hunter deposits that beautiful pass from Ethan Jones. That a beautiful play. Ethan Jones just pulled everybody away, including goaltender Connor Lemieux, and he tucks it in underneath to Hunter, and Ryan Hunter makes no mistake. What a feed. He didn't have to do much but just touch the puck with his stick. Ethan Jones put it exactly where it needed to be. Puck is sent in, and I think it's just offside at the line, but one of the Mariners takes an unceremonious tumble. I'd be surprised if something comes of this, though, as Tyson Pause did get knocked back a little bit. Nothing too substantial. Shots now are 11 for the Mariners and 2 for the Okanagan Lakers. The Lakers trailing 3-0 here with just under 5 minutes to go here in period number 1. Face off over to the right of Matthew Fleet. That's one back to crease. Shoots through traffic, and that was knocked down by Jones en route to the net. Now he has to take a puck off the leg in order to get control. To the point it comes. Cook sails it through the crease. And the puck goes down ice. I thought Ryan Hunter was the one that deposited that puck, but I could be completely wrong. Maybe that was Nolan Wickham, but I'd have to see the replay, but we'll mince that one up a little bit later as the Mariners have control on their own zone. Moody away with the puck. Burgesson on his left feeds him the puck, tries to send him the return pass, and even though it got bobbled in the skates, at least the Lakers were able to break that up. Brown was there in time, smacks it off the boards, but the puck is on edge. Should roll right into Matthew Fleet, and that's going to force a cover actually as Brown gets in and forces the action. But for now, the Wisconsin, Manitoba native Nolan Wickham, he's got a couple, and Ethan Jones, what a beautiful play that was. getting that assist there, but it was just the way he held on to that puck. He has such a dangerous curl with the puck. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. Because of his size and speed, he can freeze you with that look because you don't know whether he's going to get ready to release or not. Burgesson tried to feed Moody on the go, but Chimago intercepts, and he's got Watson with him on the counter. So there we go. They did make a correction on that goal, so it was given to Ryan Hunter, and Ethan Jones on the assist. As we mentioned, Burgesson over the line, and that one's just offside, and he takes a little extra whack from Rend as he backhanded the puck towards the goal, and I think they're going to give him a penalty for that. And he's got 4 black and orange jerseys around him after he deposited the puck into the net. Kind of a little how do you do, but it's unfortunately going to be a gesture from Jackson Goods that's going to have him in the box here. But they have jumped out. No, pardon me, that was Hunter Burgesson, not number 28, Jackson Goods. But he looks like Davis Sato's going to join him in the box as well. It looks like they've paired off 2 apiece. Shots are 11-3. Mariners with a 3-0 lead. And speaking of threes, 3:04 remaining in period number 1. And so the officials, they are just letting the Okanagan Lakers bench and the Mariners bench know how things shook out. But it looks like overall, 2-4, looks like it will be a power play actually for the Okanagan Lakers. So the Lakers given a power play here with not too far to go here in this first period. And what would a goal mean to the Lakers to be able to take something positive to the dressing room here into the intermission? And again, thank you so much for being with us here tonight. And the top left there, if you're wondering what that is, that's the signature Kelsey Theodom, the lacrosse art that's posted up on one of the banners throughout the rink here, including the Kwame Lalem Foundation investigating limitless potential. And the Nick is a very storied hockey building as the Mariners start off their PK, shipping the puck down ice right on Connor Lemieux, and he'll turn that towards crease to get this power play started. Blake Power creating more pressure off of the backside, and Moody got checked by Konecki, who gets the puck over the blue line. The drop pass was a little in front of him, but he managed to catch up with it. Konecki played it hard to the point. Good thing Ford was able to find it in his skates. Now it's sent up to crease on the umbrella. On the near side for Bettinson. Carter Bettinson rushed. Now he has some room. Moves in off the faceoff circle. Shoots. Oh, he's looking for the tip in front. Carmichael got a piece of that one on the way to the goal, and that did not miss by a lot. 2-on-1 for the Mariners. Short-handed. Strom in the middle. Power with the puck. Ships it to him. Scores! Landon Strom with a one-timer on the 2-on-1 on the PK. And just like that, it's a 4-0 lead for the boys in white and blue. A perfect 2-on-1. Blake Power sending the saucer over. And Landon Strom from Choiceland, Saskatchewan says, thank you very much. I'll blow the doors off of this one. Thank you. Reese at center. Nice hook pass to Gill. Bettinson tries to hop around his man, and that one's backhanded out by the Mariners, and it'll go most of the length of the ice. Kenyon Carter to collect. 43 remaining on the power play for the Lakers. Puck is on edge as the Mariners collect the puck. They're shorthanded, but they had lots of time to send it down, and it's knifed in by Coutelier. Behind the goal goes Austin Daniels, a right shooting forward, and he plays it wisely back to his D, who will just send it right back in. An aerial lift from their side of center. Just 8 seconds now in the power play for the Lakers as they move the puck to Kenyon Carta. Cross ice it goes. Good second effort by Reese as he was up along the far side boards, used his body to help carry the puck in. We're in the final minute. And it's a 4-0 lead for the VIU Mariners. They've had a whale of a first period, and they might even be looking for more before it's out. Over the line goes Cage Newens, but he gets squeezed along the boards by Kenyon Carta, who has the puck in his skates, but it's freed up by the Mariners to Wickham. Wickham holds on the give and go to Newens in the slot. Oh, and he was looking back door. What a beautiful play that was looking to be. To the point to Wickham. Returns it to Goods, who was so close to making it 5-0. Newens on the backhand. Stops hard. Tried to play it along the cycle, but he gets knocked down along the boards. 10 seconds to go in the period. Mercifully, the puck is held in the corner in the skates of Aiden Brown out front, and oh, that was a close chance for the Mariners as time comes to an end, and they still got a whale of a chance right at the very end. Curtis Lee nearly whacking that puck out of midair as Burnside, the backup goaltender, Jacob Burnside, he comes out to let his goaltender Connor Lemieux know, hey, it might be 4-0, but we know you've really given it a great effort in between the pipes. But the Mariners, they've had 12 shots, and 4 of them beautiful setups, and very little that Connor Lemieux was able to do on a couple of those shots. And just overall an incredibly well-played period by the Mariners. And it's not that the Lakers weren't playing good hockey. There we go, that's a little better. Little hydration. By the way, I'm Lorenzo, he's Bryce. And this is my buddy Chris, but he won't probably jump on camera, will he? There he is, he's at a Mariners game. And as promised, look at that beautiful Nanaimo Mitsubishi vehicle out on the ice. They're the sponsors for tonight. And as mentioned, they're driven by value and powered by you, and they'll take it for a couple of hot laps, and they might even get that thing spinning a little bit. But that's a pretty nice looking vehicle. As they go to get the crowd into it, and actually this is the first time I think I've seen them bring out 2 of the vehicles. So up for grabs, a trip for 2 to Hawaii tonight. And that's courtesy of Mitsubishi Mitsubishi Nanaimo. I don't think Mitsubishi Hawaii has too much to do with it. But we're having fun here tonight. It's Saturday night, and it's a great night to be a Mariners fan as they've already secured a 4-0 lead. There we go. That's some of the louder crowd. That's the VIU Mariners baseball team in the house, and you can see out in the concourse, it's a very well-attended game here tonight. There's a lot of folks on hand. And as I mentioned, lots of good prizes available here tonight. Couple of beautiful Mitsubishi vehicles there. I'll tell you, that EV, I certainly wouldn't mind owning that bad boy. Beautiful two-tone paint job on that one. And Bryce making sure you get a good look at those vehicles before they take those beauties off the ice, and trust me, it's not easy to drive on the ice, but those Mitsubishis seem to be doing the job just fine. And speaking of doing the job just fine, the VIU Mariners taking care of business so far in period number 1. They're up 4-0 on the Okanagan Lakers, who are coming off of that difficult 10-3 loss last night in Victoria. So the UVic Vikes improving. They're still perfect on the season, but they've played one of the fewest amounts of games so far. But the UVic Vikes, they certainly are looking strong again this year, and probably one of the leading contenders. Don't know if you've checked. I'm sure you've checked out the website, but BCIHL.ca. That's where you're going to find all the stats, scoreboard, everything to do with the BCIHL and this great league, the Intercollegiate League. And you're seeing tons of collegiate people here on hand inside the Nanaimo Ice Center. What a great atmosphere here tonight. And of course, always helps if there's a trip for 2 people to Hawaii on the line. One lucky fan here tonight is probably going to be jumping up and down before this one's over. In that first period, Ryan Hunter, I thought he was one of the best Mariners, but I'll tell you, Ethan Jones, for my money, he's one of the best playmakers, well, in this league, and maybe a few others, because I'm sure you saw on that goal that he assisted on with Ryan Hunter. It was a beautiful setup. He pulled everybody around, and he had them frozen. He had the puck coiled like he was going to shoot, and then he put it behind goaltender Connor Lemieux on the backside, and Ryan Hunter, nothing to do but to tip it into the goal. And that was the 3-0 goal. Of course, the Mariners getting one as well from Landon Strom. And that was a great shot right from the top of the face-off circle. Let that one fly. And I think it got a tip en route. But regardless, Austin Daniels, he opened up the scoring to make it 1-0. Then he assisted on the second goal. So the Mariners, there's not too much that you can really fault them for tonight. They've been great on the defensive end. Matthew Fleet, he's only had the 3 shots, but he has been in good position when he's been called on. Connor Lemieux, very difficult shots to stop, and I was actually mentioning to you on that, I believe it was the 3rd goal, and he had one of his teammates come over and say, hey, I'm sorry, I think I got a piece of that. I think that was Ford. Kyle Ford, that accidentally got his stick on that puck en route to the net, changed the direction a little bit, and it fluttered just up over the shoulder of the goaltender Connor Lemieux. That was a 3-0 goal, and with just 2 minutes left to play, Mariners adding another one, and it is 4-0 here after 20 minutes. We're going to grab a little bit of hydration, and you might want to grab some popcorn or one of your favorite bevies. There's lots of BCIHL action coming up, and we're going to get right to that just after a little break here, about 8.5 minutes to go before we jump into period number 2. Mariners 4, Lakers 0. We'll be back with more BCIHL hockey after this. This song, this is the edited version, but there's an unedited version. This is Lola Young, and it's called Messy. Oh, okay. So when we were at Hotel Z, and we were in this, it's called a secret gaming room, and it actually has a bookshelf thing that activates the door to go open into the art. We are ready for period number 2 action. Coming your way, the VIU Mariners. They've swapped ends, but the score is 4-0 for the Mariners, and it's looking like a difficult assignment, this road trip here for the Okanagan Lakers. They've had offense in bunches, but their offensive sticks haven't been able to connect so far. Looks like they're gonna change things up a little bit, at least with starting this third line, who's been a good energy line so far and helped create a couple of chances here as they're getting, looks like there's something they're waiting for a moment, or discussing something on the Lakers bench. I guess I thought maybe it was going to be a little bit closer to kicking things off. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they just had the time clock set a little early for the return. I can't really be 100%. Maybe, I really don't know. I'm trying to look to the Okanagan Lakers bench because they went over to their bench first. The Mariners, of course, stayed out on the ice, as you can see on the left of your screen. And now Julian Parapolecta heads back into position, and looks like we should be ready to get things underway here. Marcus Gill on defense, his partner Kenyon Carta on the left side, Carmichael on the left wing, and we're underway. Period 2. Mariners enjoying a 4-goal lead, scoring about 4 minutes into the period, and they kept a steady regular stream going, including a shorthanded marker. Puck is off of the far side board, sent to center, but that's neatly intercepted by Carmichael. Cuts it out, takes a shot from the wing, and that's grabbed. Matt Fleet into the butterfly, and he grabs that with his trapper. He had a clear line of sight, and that's shot number 4. Gordon Nowicki just passing by the concourse, and a shout out to him and the great job that he does with the VIU organization, and also to the game day organizer as the puck is sent out over the line. Bruce Murner, the game day organizer, saw him in the intermission helping serve some drinks and talking to some of the fans as the Lakers send it out over to center. They're gonna have to come back outside the line and regroup. Sent off of the boards. Fleet, he'll steer it over to the near side for McGuire, who plays it off the boards, and down ice it goes. The Mariners trying to get to the puck, and play is stopped. Looks like it'll be an icing call against the Mariners, and the shots now 12 for the VIU Mariners, 5 for the Okanagan Lakers. I think they might have actually, that puck that drifted in towards Fleet that he turned over to McGuire, I think that was technically considered a shot, as he did have to play it, and it was on goal. The interesting little idiosyncrasies with hockey, as the puck is sent in on the backhand, much like a shot off the post not being considered a shot, but I'll tell you, the goaltender sure knows it was a shot when it rings off of the iron and does the old clangety clang. Bettinson, nice backhand up to the middle. Kyle Ford drops it, maybe something on here. Konecki shooting it through a group of legs, and that one bounced off of the post. And another shot from distance. Misses out front, and a big stop by Fleet, watching around the near side, and they send it to the line. Swept at Lee, chasing it down. Can he get there? Dixon Rhea doing a good job using his body, protecting the puck, but Curtis Lee digs it up off of his stick. Dixon Rhea fighting fervorously to get back into position, and he did a good job, but the puck was sent down ice, and that'll be an icing call, just barely, but an icing call nonetheless against the boys in black and orange. So this line with Ford, Crease, and Carmichael, they're gonna have to stay out here at least for this ensuing face-off. Face-off won by the Mariners. One touch from Pause. Curls it around the bottom of the face-off circle. Shoots. That's off the outside of the net. Pause directs it towards the middle. There's a blind shot and a great diving block by Dixon Rhea. Daniels into his own zone as they back paddle into Mariners territory. Puck is off of a stick. That was the captain getting his stick on it, Bettinson. And wisely now covered by Connor Lemieux, who, as I mentioned, the goals that got behind him in the first period, they were not your garden variety chances. Because of the deflection, because of the stick handling of Ethan Jones, and because of the velocity of the shot from Landon Strom, they were all difficult things to stop, especially that tip that may have gone off of Kyle Ford's stick. To the point it goes. Wickham through traffic, and that he was looking for deflection from Newens, who just fell to the ice. I think he was looking to the ref for maybe a call, but the puck is played over the line by the Lakers. Off the half wall, Burgesson absorbed a bump, but he managed to get the pass away. And now Newens wants to break in over the line with Davis Sato, who snapped it towards the goal. Into the middle. Oh, and it went underneath the goaltender. Bounces off of his pad and now swept away to the side of the goal. Out of the crease is where they wanted it. Cage Newens tries to backhand a high one towards the net. And that's carefully picked out by Dixon Rio, who's going to head to the bench for a change. Out comes Gill and Carta on that swap up, and the Mariners will get things started from behind their own goal. Hard pass, tipped by Newens. It was a lovely one. Burgesson into the middle all alone. Backhand scores! Davis Sato. What a passing play. And I'm going to tell you, the New York Islanders scored a goal, or pardon me, the Philadelphia Flyers scored a goal just like that tonight against the New York Islanders. Trevor Zegras sent the puck exactly the way that Burgesson sent it towards the goal, pulled to the backhand and up underneath the bar. Davis Sato scoring exactly like the Philadelphia Flyers scored tonight in the NHL. Isn't that something? Exactly the same play. Puck is put off of the boards. And this place, the 5-0 lead for the Mariners. And this crowd is definitely into it. As the 5-0 marker put up now, Carmichael at center. There's the drag by Bettinson. Top of the faceoff circle. Pass to the middle, that was knocked out. And back come the Mariners in numbers. 4-on-3 if they hurry. Drop to Strom, it's in his skates. On the follow-up, backhand by Batelier, and that one goes wide in the corner. So Sato joins the goal-scoring club as the Mariners are having a whale of a game here. Oh, a hard hit right in front of the bench. Lucas Tokic came over and he hit Cole McGuire right square in the shoulder. Nobody fell, but they both bounced off a couple of feet. There's a pass behind the net. Strom can't pick it up. On the far side, Cook steps in, sends it around to the near side. There's Pause, one arms it behind the net, using his other arm to clear stick, shoots a low shot, rebound out front, and that was blocked very well in front by Williamson. He got his stick on it, high slot. They were looking for Cook, and Carmichael's going to peel for a change. He was thought about staying on, but Bettinson gets out in his stead. 15-20 to go. Here in period 2, the Mariners already have a goal. Pause from the point, shoots, that's into the glove. Connor Lemieux seeing through one stick and one body to get that save. Face off over to the left of Connor Lemieux. Jones into the dot. He's got Earhart behind him. Earhart has to jump in to try and play that puck down low. Squeezing under a check as the Mariners played along the boards, but the cycle broken up and the Lakers away to center. Bettinson wanted the puck, but Carlisle couldn't get it to him. Earhart on the drop. Jones kicked it through his skates. Gonna get some help here along the boards. Wickham thought about pinching, but he backs off. Nice backhand into Earhart. Shoots. Oh, and a good kick-out save, a right pad save low, and Connor Lemieux did well to stay with a shooter there. Ethan Jones cruising through the slot. He was more than a decoy. He's a lot to think about. Bettinson chips it in. Was hoping to have control, but at least he has Carmichael joining him. And look at that, Ethan Jones throwing a hit in the corner to help free the puck up for his mates. Puck is played up. Noah Danforth getting that one started over the line. Wickham on the drop, and that's just going to be sent out to center. Chamago tried to play it to himself on the one stick. There's Jones. Tries to drag around Kenyon Carter, but he stripped the puck off him from behind the goal. Hard pass, and that was too hard for the Mariners to control. And now Moody's going to head back and pick up this puck with Chamago providing the down ice pressure. Watson backing up too. Jake Watson, as he sees Moody flying down the wing, he's going to carry behind the goal. Two people going to the goal. Jackson Goods in there on the back door. Daniels couldn't grab that puck. It got deflected on the way through. McGuire braces for a hit as Carter hits him as well. Gill pins the puck to the boards. 13.5 to go from behind the net. Mariners trying to play it out front. Austin Daniels wins the race, plays it to the point to McGuire shooting, and that was tipped by Reese. Mariners still digging and grinding. There's Austin Daniels. Puck was on edge along the boards. Sent it to the point, but no one there, and that puck remains on edge as it's backtracked by the Mariners in their own zone. Jackson Goods didn't like the look of that setup. That's going to give the Lakers a chance to change. The Mariners got two off. Here's Daniels over the line. Oh, Goods, that was just a little too far in front of him. And the Lakers might have some trouble here. They maybe should have got rid of that puck right away. Hard to say, but Austin Daniels unable to track the speed of Konecki as he flips it high and down ice. Race for it. It's going to be onside. Cook puts on the brakes, deals up high, and at least gets it out over the blue line where it's collected by Williamson. For the Lakers, sends it cross ice. Lawn touches up along with Brown as it's sent down the far side boards. Newens, the lone forechecker. Grayson Williamson lifting his stick as the puck comes out over the blue line, sent in deep. Lawn chasing it in. He's got Bettinson going to the goal. Has his stick lifted. There's three Mariners there, and Cook sends it towards the boards. Carlisle activated, partially breaking that up. There's a delayed call coming up, and as the puck is touched, I'm not sure. It might be a Laker, but it is definitely a hooking call. And actually, no, looks like, yes, it is. I was right about that. Jaden Lawn, he'll be in the penalty box for that hook with 11:53 remaining in this second period. Face off to the left of Connor Lemieux, and Cage Newens wins that to the winger. Moody steps in along the half wall. Lucas Tokic giving him a shove, but they still have possession, and this power play goes to work. Hunter setting up in front of the goal. Cage Newens fighting for every inch, as he often does, and he knocks down Dixon Rhea for a moment, who had to clear the crease. Moody, far side for Jones, moves it to the inside, goes for a skate, trades with Earhart, loading, shoots. Oh, it was tipped. Cage Newens got a piece of it, and it didn't miss the stick side by much. Backhand shovel to the point. Moody defers for Earhart. On the umbrella to Jones in front, tipping. That one was Ryan Hunter, and he was looking for another goal. To the point, unable to control it was Jones. It hopped over his stick, but he gets back and collects in front of Julian Parapolecta. Parapolecta creates a little bit of pressure, gives way for Carmichael, who got out quickly and broke that up. $1 to go in this power play. Far side, Jones keeps a cycle going down low. And he'll play pass with Carson Earhart, who gets up top into the slot. Hard shot and a big stop. Connor Lemieux turning that one aside to the umbrella for Earhart. Holding, reaching around. Tokic just kept him wide. To the umbrella, Moody shoots, and that one was a wiffle ball as it went off a toe, gets a stick, a short side by Ethan Jones. Power play goal, Ethan Jones. And the Mariners make it 6-0. Ethan Jones, he gave a beautiful pass tonight, and then he receives one from Carson Earhart, and a beautiful goal, and the Mariners grab a 6-pack. Face-off win by the Mariners on the ensuing face-off. William Chimago had that puck for a moment, and now they'll skate it out. It's tipped off his shoulder, and he's going to give chase. Noah Danforth gets the play started to Catelier. Passes to the Blake Power, skips over the puck, hops over it more or less. There's a nice hit, but Strom on the follow-up. Another right shooting forward. Puts on the brakes. Tricky little pass to Catelier. There's the pass to Chimago, and he has a little bit of room. Skating down ice, has one going to the goal, and he blasts it off of the blocker. He just decided to put his head down, and William Chimago lets fly. Forward from distance, and I think they're calling a high stick here. And unfortunately for Chimago, he got his stick up a little too high, and that's going to send the Mariners right back to the power play, and the power play that was able to cash in on their last advantage. Face off over to the left once again of Connor Lemieux. Cage Newens tries 4 times to pull it back. Good battle by Lucas Tokic, kept him from getting the stick on it. Long range pass, one-on-one goes Parapolecta, but he backs off as the puck is tipped away from him to the captain Ethan Jones. Starting out of their own zone. Moody going for a skate. Brandon Moody going to the left side. Look at that spray of snow as he puts on the brakes, delivers the puck to Ryan Hunter off of the half wall. Jones on the near side for Earhart. Sweeps it under the stick of Parapolecta. Through the crease it went, and Jones, that was behind him, couldn't find it. Earhart, look at that play by Earhart, keeping it alive to Jones through his skates. Oh, he nearly made it around. And the puck is rifled around the boards as the Lakers get it down ice. Ethan Jones wasn't very happy about having his stick knocked out of his hands. I think that was Williamson that disrupted him there. Carmichael providing pressure at the line. It was poked free, and Williamson will send it down the rest of the way. The Mariners to regroup more than halfway through the power play. And Burgesson getting on the ice to join Earhart. And Moody, who delivers the pass to him now. Down the wing, Daniels to the middle, but a good play, and here's a steal. Brown, Wickham trying to race to get into position. Snapshot, oh, and it went off of the crossbar. What a short-handed opportunity. And that one's rifled off of the bar. And his teammates giving him some love on the bench as Brown made a great play. Aiden Brown, he rifles it off the crossbar. And goaltender Matthew Fleet happy that his friend pitched in to help there. They're a goaltender's best friend, don't you know? 30 seconds to go in the power play, 8 in the period. Backing up in his own zone, Dixon Rio just sends it the length of the ice, and the Mariners now with 20 seconds on the power play. On the near side, tip pass by McGuire. Davis Sato, he's got a goal, and he's behind the net now as the Mariners try and set up for the last little bit of this power play. McGuire down low, tried to pull it through the crease. Connor Lemieux was prone, but now the power play is over. Player is out of the box, and Chimago takes a little bump from Daniels in front of the Mariners bench as that power play is killed off by the Lakers. Tokic tried to stick handle around Strom, but he bumped him off the puck. Catelier tries to drive wide around his man, and Lon wasn't giving an inch. Puck was kicked at in the corner, but ultimately Marcus Gill has possession. Plays it to Lucas Tokic, up to Kyle Ford, sweeps it in front of Pause, that was Tyson Pause, providing a lot of pressure. Strom with the puck now. An important goal in the second period as he sends it in high and deep. Gill sent it to the line, not out. Pause through traffic. There's a shot saved in the butterfly, and Catelier is right on the rebound. Out front, Strom tried to do the spinorama pass, and the Lakers get it out to center and beyond, and Catelier got dumped in front of the goal. And that's going to end that promising play that it looked like the Lakers were getting off to. But Kenyon Carta is going to hit the box now, and the Mariners, after having scored a power play goal, Ethan Jones helping make it 6-0. Well, they're going to get another crack at it here with 6:23 to go in this second stanza. Face off to the left of Connor Lemieux. That was one back to Moody. To Jones, tried a hard pass. That was off of Jake Watson's skate. And now rushing in to help out from behind the goal. The Mariners doing well, supporting the puck below the goal line. Moved around to the umbrella on the far side. Moody, that pass was a little too much in the wheelhouse for Earhart, so that forces the Mariners outside the line. 1:32 to go in the power play. And the Mariners will try the left side. Puck went off of a stick, but a good job by the Mariners to keep possession as they made it over the line. Oh, and a hook shot by Carson Earhart. That just goes up off of the paddle and over the net. Jones goes for a skate. Sharp angle, and he was looking to go backdoor. Cage Newens took a swipe at it, but it was a heat-seeking pass, and that one would have been very difficult to knock into the net. Earhart collects in his own zone now. Just under a minute to go in the PP. Earhart crosses the line. Backhand saucer to Hunter, who lays it back to him down below the goal line. Earhart off the half wall to Moody. Had a little hop on him, but he still has control. Look at that stick handling by Moody. The pass to the point, blockered off by Connor Lemieux as he came out to within a foot of the blue paint, and he fights that off with his blocker, and that's a big power play save. 30 seconds to go now in this penalty to Kenyon Carta. Cross check in front of the goal, and the Mariners unable to make him pay so far, and there's a one-time shot. Big block by Lucas Tokic. Lucas Tokic. Oh, Jones into the middle. There's the pass across. Diving goaltender. The puck is loose, and Jones tried to reach underneath, and there's all sorts of jabbing going on as Parapolecta drew the ire of Davis Sato, who came to the rescue of his teammate Blake Power, who was in front of the goal, and he took a hard wrap. As Connor Lemieux had gone down, Carlisle got into it a little bit there with Blake Power, but I don't think anything will come of that play, or will it? Oh yes, there is someone headed to the box. It's Davis Sato, so him and Parapolecta, they'll get the coincidental minors here. But it looks like the numbers should remain the same. But there are just 8 seconds remaining in the initial penalty to Kenyon Carta. So just 8 seconds remain on this power play, and the Mariners win the puck back. The pass to McGuire. He trades spots with Wickham. Closes in, shoots, and that's swallowed up by Connor Lemieux into the butterfly. And I don't think Lemieux is enjoying all of this pressure. Shot number 27 comes in. His mates have 7 on goal. And the Mariners have just been stifling like that this season, although they've had a harder time keeping the shots down with their Cross Island rival, the University of Victoria Vikes, the reigning Cup champs. There's a face-off win by the Mariners. Shot on goal. Oh, it took a deflection. Sounding good out there, man. The Mitsubishi Nanaimo crowd pleaser that's been riling up the crowd here. And the Mariners out in front 6-0. What a night. Chimago had that one go off his stick, or did he? Chimago's going to argue this. I think he got a little tiny piece of it, but I think the argument's going to fall on deaf ears. But he did get a little tiny piece of it, it looked like, from up here, but it was so hard to tell. It was an aerial pass, and it was a bullet. But they will have to do a face-off now in their defensive zone. Face-off to the left once again. Connor Lemieux, Jackson Goods into the face-off circle. And the face-off win by the Mariners, but it went off of Chimago's skate, but they get control again. As Pause moved in from the point, shot towards the goal. That was off of the goal stick and went way up in the air. Good job by Lemieux to even see that. Puck out at center, and Goods nearly dispossessed by Reese, but he kept the play moving forward, and now he's got help from Daniels off of the right side into the middle. Oh, and a good left leg there and pad by the goaltender Connor Lemieux as he splayed out and kept his left pad tight to the post. Nothing for the Mariners to grab there. Austin Daniels fighting off Jake Watson. Watson moves in. They throw another hit. Pause had vacated the point for a moment, so now Curtis Lee goes for a skate. Fakes the pass back into his own zone. He's going to go for a skate. He's opened up a little bit of room, but he got tangled up with the ref, and that's going to about kill that play initially. Chimago will wrap it off of the boards. Shot on goal, tipped in front. Austin Daniels got a piece, and that redirection nearly went in again on that left side, the left pad side, and great save and reaction by Lemieux on the point. Lennon Strom, he can hear Cook calling for the puck. Cross ice, the Power shoots. Oh, he put it off the crossbar. What a slapper by Blake Power. And now the counterattack. Chimago in. Oh, and it went off of his stick as he gets hit by Strom. And Chimago was out of gas. It was a long shift, and he just couldn't take that one clean. Blake Power the other way, steaming through the forward. Shot on goal, and that's a stick save by Connor Lemieux, who's just been under siege the last minute and a half. On the near side, Strom steps around his man. Power, he's onside. Backhand, it went dribbling through. They tried to get it to Strom once again, but Williamson has a stick in the way. Good job by Konecki to break that one up too. Played in behind the goal, under 2 minutes to go, second period. Parker Konecki with a big defensive play there to help keep this one still, I guess, relatively within reach. Konecki plays it down below the goal line to Carta, now up top. Shot on goal, it was a bullet. And rebound, another shot by, and Fleet dives down on top of that puck with all sorts of traffic in the kitchen. So it looks like they're going to keep that line out there. Ford had a great opportunity, but he got knocked down at the last moment after he got that shot off. So he was unable to trail up and follow up on that shot. And so the Mariners' physical play aiding them there. And now a defensive zone face-off for the Mariners. Good second effort by Davis Sato helps get the puck free for Wickham. Now Sato going to the goal on the give and go, breakaway, oh, and he tried to tuck it over the pad. He got it about a foot up, and a great save by Connor Lemieux, maybe his best of the game. Shot number 32, it's an A-grade difficulty, and Connor Lemieux shuts the door with a great left pad save. His teammates Dixon Ryu and Carlisle giving him taps on the pads. They know that was a big stop by number 30. Face off to his left now as the linesman saw something on the setup he didn't like. Gets the players outside of the face-off circle, sent to the point. Wickham, all he could do was knock it down, and I think they're going to rule that a glove pass, and it is, as there wasn't much to be done there. Wickham knocked it down and then played it with his glove, so it will be a face-off just outside the line now, with 77 seconds remaining in period 2. It was 4-0 after 20 minutes. And coming up on 39 minutes of play, the Mariners lead 6-0. Wickham played it along the boards, but Hunter had trouble with it. The puck was on edge. Pardon me, that was Davis Sato. He falls on the ice there, had to get his stick collected. Back pass by Pelekta to Dixon Rhea into the middle, and that one snapped by Tokic, but he had to look up. He had a big body coming. Newlands down the near side, holds, tried to put it through the crease, and that one went through the other side. There's a right pad save as Connor Lemieux gets back up. Lots of traffic in front, shot, kicks it out. And the rebound snapped off of the boards by Pelekta, but not out. Wickham got dumped, and Chimago's going to make sure that one gets out, as the Lakers are looking like it's been a tough period. Carmichael wanted to get on top of that puck. Just not enough juice left here at the end of the period. Cook through traffic, shoots, and 2 feet out in front of the blue paint. Connor Lemieux, as he looks over his shoulder at just 11 seconds remaining in this second period. And a nice little rush there by the Penticton product, Chase Cook. Ryan Hunter on the right wing, Ethan Jones into the circle. What a line this is. Carson Earhart, of course, on that left side. Face-off win goes to the corner, and it's pinned along the boards. They want to rag the rest of the period out here. Or maybe they'll go for a little bit of escape, but putting on the brakes. Earhart finds the puck, snaps it, and that forced a last-second save out of Connor Lemieux. He can't get his bottle and get out of there fast enough. Connor Lemieux, I thought he had a solid period, and he skates off the ice quickly, but 35 shots directed his way, and that last one was a buzzer beater, but good save by Connor Lemieux to round out the period. So the Mariners with 23 shots on goal in that second period, and 5 shots for the Okanagan Lakers as Matt Fleet and company skate off the ice. And that brings us to our second intermission here after 40 minutes of play. The VIU Mariners 6 and the visiting Okanagan Lakers no score. As we mentioned, the Lakers a tough back-to-back nights, Friday, Saturday night. They lost 10-3 to the University of Victoria Vikes last night, and a tough assignment here tonight. The Mariners have been shutting a lot of things down, and maybe more than that, they've had a lot of puck possession, and that's always a formula for a good home game. And of course, the score sheet kind of says it all. From what I'm seeing so far, 5 different scorers tonight for the Mariners. Ryan Hunter, Ethan Jones, Davis Sato, Landon Strom, and Austin Daniels. Pardon me, make that 6, and Nolan Wickham. So 6 different goal scorers tonight. I know a couple players with multi-point efforts. Ethan Jones is one of them. Austin Daniels, he had 2 points within the first couple of goals. And the Mariners off to a great start here, looking to improve on this young season. Of course, as I mentioned, the Okanagan Lakers, they've played more games than any team so far in the BCIHL. And I'm just going to pull open the standings here. So before tonight's action, the UVic Vikes, they have a 3-0-0 record. VIU 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 overtime loss. And the Okanagan Lakers 2-3 coming into tonight's action. As I mentioned, Parker Bettinson, 15 points through the first 5 games. He's got a 3-point average each game, and a couple of his mates putting up very similar numbers. Konecki also having a wicked start, but they're having all sorts of trouble reeling in these VIU Mariners, who have just put on a clinic here tonight, not just on the power play, but also on the special teams. Their penalty kill was solid, and of course, the Mariners actually got a 2-on-1 out of the second power play for the Lakers and turned that into a goal. Landon Strom capitalizing on some strong work. And I think if you actually had to highlight one thing tonight, and I think probably what you're seeing on the television is going to tell you the same thing. The passing for the Mariners has just been spot on. And you saw in that second period how they work that umbrella and that little triangle formation up top. And they're always finding a way to sneak someone to the top of the face-off circle in space with a great shot to load up. And when you have players like Ethan Jones, Carson Earhart, and Ryan Hunter on that power play, you know that that puck's going to get shot to the net with a lot of speed and probably a lot of velocity and accuracy as well. So there we have it. We're 6-0 after 40 minutes. We're going to take a break here. We're going to make sure Bryce gets a chance to go grab some of his blue Slurpee and maybe the other lemonade Slurpee flavor that they serve here at the Nanaimo Ice Center. It's a load of fun on the night when Nanaimo Mitsubishi comes and visits, and someone's going to head out with a trip to Hawaii. That's a pretty fun Saturday night if you ask me. Mariners 6, Okanagan Lakers nothing. Third period action coming up. Don't go too far.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's like yeah, the Mariners are for real, man.
Well, it seems like every time these guys.
So the VIU Mariners in full control here as they enter period number 3. It was 4-0 after 20 minutes. 6-0 now. And the shots on goal, 35 for the Mariners, 9 for the Okanagan Lakers. Connor Lemieux, he'll remain in goal here for the 3rd period. As I mentioned, none of these goals that have gotten by him were ones that he could really do a lot about. Very difficult tests and multiple grade A opportunities for the VIU Mariners, particularly on their prime performance and therapy power play. They've got a couple of dingers tonight on the power play, and on Nanaimo Mitsubishi night, the Mariners are really making tracks on the ice tonight. Puck outside of the blue line as we're underway. The Okanagan Lakers get it inside the Mariners zone, but Jones will turn and fire down ice. That'll be a face-off unless Hunter can get to the puck. He tried to put it through the crease, and wow, did he ever get back quickly. Ryan Hunter with some great speed there. Shot from center as blockered aside. And now the Mariners trying to coordinate their next line change here. Puck is backhanded out to center. Jones neatly sends it to Earhart. Earhart stick handles over the line towards the goal, snaps it hard, and Connor Lemieux, I think that might have got him off of the left shoulder initially, and it drops into his glove. He's able to hang on, and that's shot number 36. Oh, comes the top line now for the Okanagan Lakers. One little adjustment. They do have Mateus Reese hanging out on the line as the Mariners get the draw. Cook on the point, the puck through the middle of the ice. Good back check there by the Mariners, Jackson Goods, as he helps keep possession here alive for the Mariners. Cook activated, but he's going to look for a chance to get back to his position as the puck goes to the half boards. Mariners skating well. Daniels reverses it. He's got a multi-point game going. Austin Daniels, a goal and an assist. He fishes the puck out, right shooting forward. Off of the face-off circle, defers for Goods. Now once again, Lee out of the face-off circle, takes it out to the umbrella, and now to the right point. Cook has some room, cutting to the middle, puts on the brakes. Pause opening up for him, but Cook turns it, shoots! Right pad save. Puck was just below the goal line, and Austin Daniels unable to do anything with that. Puck is behind the goal. Looking over his left shoulder is Connor Lemieux as the puck is worked to the near side, and this might be a tripping call on Pause, and going after him was Ford, and Ford really upset at that interference play by the Mariners, and he tries to get him into position to fight him, and much like Brad Marchand the other night, who took one of the Lightning's helmets with him in the NHL to the penalty box. Pause takes the helmet that was taken off of Ford, and he throws it over towards the penalty box, and then Ford returned the favor, and he chucks his helmet down ice, and one of his Landon Strom will bring him back his helmet, and things will reset to normal. But I think it looks like it's just going to be coincidental minors to both of them. I just can't really classify that as a fight. And they're going to have a little discussion about this, but I don't really foresee anything other than either 5-on-5 or 4-on-4 hockey here. And Parker Konecki looks like he'll remain on the ice with Carter Bettinson. Oh, and the Mariners do have an extra body in the box, so I think out of all of this, maybe, yes, that's right, that initial interference that upended Jaden Lawn, who is, I think he just kind of turned away from the boards, but he was in a turning motion, didn't really see the skates of the Mariner player and tripped over them, and that's what was so upsetting for Ford. Konecki actually was going to stay out on the ice, but he's going to leave. Bettinson's out there. Brown's on the right wing, and they're going to bring Bettinson into the face-off circle as they trade spots on the point. Off of the half wall it goes. Mariners backhanded out towards center, and Power chasing after Crease. On this power play, Crease going for a skate, backhand pass, but it was out of the reach of Reyes, who goes and throws a check, but that's gonna turn possession over. Kept alive. What acrobats at the line, but now it might be one-on-one. Landon Strom, he's got one already, takes it on the dipsy doodle around. Backhand, tried to put it into the middle, and that's going to end as he lost his glove in the process. He's going to want to get to the bench. Jake Watson, backhand over to Bettinson, has room, shoots, scores! There's that goal-scoring ability, and Carter Bettinson gets the first goal of the game for the Okanagan Lakers, and it's a beautiful snapshot, blocker side. The BCIHL leading scorer as of right now. Yes, he's played more games than others in the league, but there's a couple of them up there, and that includes Parker Konecki. And they've had a very good start offensively to the season, and they find their footing here 2.5 minutes into the third period. Carter Bettinson makes it a 6-1 game. Tokic unable to win that draw against Davis Sato, and the puck is pounded in though. Out to touch it was Matt Fleet, tees it up for his defense. Also noticed another hello from Wiscata, and a big hello back. Lots of people have joined the stream. I'll have to go and double check into the slot. Sato scores! A beautiful pass from Cole McGuire. And an immediate answer back. And I think Moody's going to go to the box as his mates celebrate. Davis Sato popping the twine. And what a pass that he received from McGuire. Davis Sato grabs his second of the game. And some of those, the VIU baseball team, they're getting really vocal, and they've got a chant going. I think they're... Pass up the far side, Austin Daniels, he's also working on a multi-point game. Daniels fights off a check at the blue line, and he sends it forward for Matthew Catelier, who's the lone forechecker now. Brown hanging out way down in the VIU territory, and the puck was sent towards him, but it gets deflected way up into the banner area of the rink here as Matt Fleet goes for a little skate. 1:36 remaining in the penalty that was picked up after the goal. To Brandon Moody from Fort St. John. Also, I believe, the birthplace and home of one of my idols growing up. Of course, that's broadcasting legend Jim Hewson. And Mariners having a pretty good game here tonight. Certainly not much to critique on this team. And their performance tonight, 38 shots for the Mariners. On that goal from Bettinson, the Lakers just hit double digits for shots, and the puck is sent down ice. 1:15 in the power play. Moody off for that little brouhaha after the goal. Konecki behind the net, protecting the puck, a right shooting forward, has to reach back to dig the puck out, and he plays it off the boards, and it's on the point for Crease, who has to back off a little bit. Puck comes to him again on the umbrella, fakes the shot near side. Oh, and a hard shot. Bettinson did well to settle that one down. Davis Sato with his second goal of the game. Cole McGuire making it all possible. A great pass. Bettinson towards the net looking for the tip, and backdoor Brown nearly tipped it up over the shoulder. A couple inches wide, into the middle, goes after the rebound shot, and that's chopped wide of the net. The captain Bettinson on the point, plays it off the half boards. Just getting there in time was Jake Watson to keep the play alive, sent to the middle, and Blake Power, he read that beautifully, and he breaks that up. He'll send the puck down ice and dutifully heads to the bench. Full change for the Mariners. And the VIU baseball team really giving the verbal gears to the Okanagan Lakers as they break out of their zone here. Pass sent to the far side, and it tips way up into the timekeep area. Don Miller looking around as that one fell not too far from him. So it looks like there'll be a face-off now outside the Mariners' blue line. Lucas Tokic in to take the draw against Ethan Jones. He's got Ryan Hunter on his left wing, as he often does. Earhart on his right. Sometimes they swap spots depending on where the face-off takes place. Out to play the puck is Fleet, and he wraps it off the boards. Hunter on the backhand to center. There goes Jones. Has Earhart on the trail. Finds him. Oh, and he just had to reach back to try and pull it to his forehand. Earhart almost made that connection, and he's back on top of the puck. Tried to sweep it to the middle. Carlisle just wanted to get rid of it to the near side boards, but Julian Parapolecta not in a great spot to do anything with it, and there's a hit, and that actually allows Parapolecta to get away. He lost his footing at center ice. Hears it from the crowd, but gets back to help support the puck carrier, and Carmichael delivers the puck as they send it to center. Swatted at by Cook, and he's fighting at his own blue line. Plays it forward, and now it's inside. Hunter chasing after it. Carta didn't know he was there, but he's found him, and he tracks him to the boards. Dixon Rhea, he's trying to kick at it from behind his goaltender. Lemieux looking over his left shoulder as it's fought out by Jones, but he had his stick tied up by Dixon Rhea, trying to make territory off of the half boards. Reese helping get possession, and it's just lifted high to by Dixon Rhea to center. Moody now with the puck inside his own blue line. The Lakers want a partial change, and out comes Brown to join the fray. Shot on goal, fought off rebound. Oh, and Cook, he was just traveling too fast. The puck got ahead of him, and he couldn't slow it down after he got that great first shot off. Chase Cook with an excellent opportunity. Daniels tried to play that to the middle, batted down out of midair, and then snapped to the corner by the Lakers' Brown. Aiden Brown doing a good job to get it away, but now Goods out of the corner, shoots, fought off by the goaltender, lifted out, another one, scores! Moody! Brandon Moody. No sooner did we talk about him and the game he's been having, and he sends a little taunt back to the Okanagan Lakers bench as he collects his goal tonight. And the Mariners now making it 7-1. And I saw that puck being sent to the trainer, the equipment manager, Ryan Squire and Isabel Poulin. They're going to help designate that puck. And what a great moment for him. Brandon Moody lighting the lamp for the VIU Mariners, and he's helped stake them now to a 8-1 lead. Puck into the corner. Now falling to get the puck to Goods. Lee did a good job, and now it's sent to Moody on the point. Fakes the shot, now moves in, and that's off of the skate of Williamson and up into the netting. The Okanagan Lakers, Williamson, he did well to get his body in front of that. Grayson Williamson, the top line pairing with Seth Crease. And Zachary Carlisle and Spencer Dixon Rhea, they're on the second pairing. Oh, they're getting ready to do the draw for Hawaii. Davis Sato wins the face-off back to Newens. Wickham having trouble with it in his skates, but he plays it along the half boards, but ultimately it's broken up by the Lakers. And that pass looking for Jaden Lawn that was too far out of his reach. And the nice play defensively by Dixon Rieu. Jackson Goods gets another assist. At the blue line, Jake Watson plays it ahead and he chops it off the boards. It bounced off Jaden Lawn's stick, but the Mariners have possession now. Hard pass for Hunter Burgesson over the line in step with Cage Newens, who goes to the goal. He's being watched by Spencer Dixon Rieu, who moves in and helps play the puck away and onto the stick of Carta. Carta uses the near side. Rees has it deflect off of a stick. That's Brandon Moody's stick, and that turns the puck over. Mariners possession, snapped in by Davis Sato. He's got a pair of goals here tonight. He's got Cage Newens with him, and Hunter Burgesson goes toward the goal, but chipped ahead by Lucas Tokic. Julian Parapolecta has some speed around his man, shoots, that's off the mask of Matt Fleet. Mask save by Fleet, and he keeps it an 8-1 game. On shot number 11, and Parapolecta had a bit of an angle, had a little bit of room. Tokic gives the message to his D to play that one forward, and down ice it goes. Carmichael providing enough down ice pressure. There's a hit as the Mariners try and clear it outside the blue line. It's sent back in once again. Carmichael watching his man, had to be careful. Crease outside the line. Now he can get onside, but he's trying to throw his shoulder into Brandon Moody, and that's not working. Mariners are away. Power sneaking in, but that's going to be offside. Power tried to cut along the line, but Carmichael got back into position and forced him out. And there, Cole McGuire just talking with the official about that last play. But the Mariners firmly in control here. It's 8-1. And Spencer Dixon Rieu plays it ahead, but Bettinson knocked it down with a high stick. He's going to have to let the Mariners touch it, and he does. Nanny fishes it out, tried to play the point. Dixon Rieu poked it forward, but just not enough. And Ryan Hunter plays it down ice. Jones tried to catch up with it, and that was grabbed by the goaltender. Now a face-off over to Lemieux's right. Jones will take this face-off. Aiden Brown winning that one. Tries to open up. Konecki at center. Had to look behind him to find that pass, and it's sent into the Mariners zone, but it got up into the netting, and that'll stop play with a shade under 10 minutes to go here in the third period. Or are they? No, I guess they're going to consider that. Is that considered an icing? Well, we're going to hit our media timeout anyways, and that'll give them a minute to figure out where they want to have the face-off at. So they're giving a little shout out to Original Joe's, which, as we mentioned, is the oh, we just found our winner for the trip to Hawaii. Looks like maybe one of the VIU Mariners baseball team players won the draw. Well, there's a trip to Hawaii for two in the bag, and that sounds like a great vacation idea as the Mariners win the ensuing face-off after the media timeout. McGuire sends it in off the left side, and Earhart battling to get a piece of that puck, and now he's in behind the goal with it on his forehand. Good back check, though, pokes it free. Earhart not going to give up on that one. Chases it all the way into his own zone. Had it played off of his stick. But Noah Danforth covering up for him. Saucer pass through the crease, and they were looking for Jones on the back door. It was Ariel, but he nearly got to it in the slot. Jones, oh, he tried to pull it around Kenyon Carta, who's trying to back up and find his responsibility. Now he's watching Jones in the crease. Puck comes to him, and he's going to force his goaltender to make a save as he chopped at that pass, partially intercepting it, but it rolls into his goaltender, Lemieux. So the Mariners, 42 shots. The Okanagan Lakers with 11. So a face-off over to Lemieux's left, and that's won by the Mariners. Back to the point. Getting rid of it really quickly was Chase Cook. Into the slot. Oh, and the shot was directed wide. To the point it goes. Cook, did he keep it alive? He did. He manages to hook it inside to Lee. Curtis Lee. Carta all over his back. Plays it to the point to Nolan Wickham. Uses the half boards. Lee tried to kick at it. And now Jackson Goods gets pasted up against the boards by Marcus Gill. But he keeps moving his feet. Austin Daniels, there's a little play to try and shovel it to the face-off circle, but the Lakers just can't get it out into the slot. And Wickham moved in to get that one-timer off, but he had his stick lifted by Jaden Lawn at the last moment. Bodies falling and crashing over there. Puck is underneath. Oh, look at Wickham all alone in front. Deeks, forehand, tried to go underneath and a big save. Connor Lemieux cuts off the room, and he manages to make the stop. And now I see a couple of gloves hitting the ice. I think Austin Daniels wants a piece of Jaden Lawn, trying to reach him from underneath, but they've got an official between them, and it looks like they're just going to be able to pull them off. But Daniels is hot at Jaden Lawn, and there's someone behind the net. That was Carta. He was all tied up with Chase Cook, and they get up and collect their gear. A little over 8 minutes to go here in period number 3, and some mood and some vibes starting to resonate here as the gate is being held open over at the Mariners side for possibly another Mariner to come to the bench. So Austin Daniels over to the penalty box now, and I imagine if he's going to go, then Jaden Lawn might maybe be going. It's hard to say, but so far all I see, I'm not sure who's over there in the penalty box at the moment, but it is one of the alternate captains. And now Davis Sato going over to listen in. He has an A on his sweater, so he's allowed to be over there at the in front of the timekeep bench and that semicircle where the referees, trust me, they don't really like you encroaching too much in that little area. And in the local rec leagues, you can actually get penalized for being in that area. So it's kind of a little sacred home free area, that little semicircle you're looking at there. And as you see up on the scoreboard, this one is would require a small miracle for the Okanagan Lakers to be able to make up the ground that they've fallen behind. But this is hockey, and on a Saturday night, any given Saturday night, anything can happen. But certainly, you know, if you're here in the building at 753rd Street here in Nanaimo, at the Nanaimo Ice Center, you're going to get treated to some good hockey, and the fans, lots of reason to have smiles, and not just the $5 drinks tonight. Eight goals put up by the Mariners. So it looks like they've got at least the proper personnel over in the penalty box. Face-off will be outside of the Okanagan Lakers blue line, right in front of their bench. And it looks like Lucas Tokic will take the draw against Davis Sato. Sato working on a 2-goal night so far. Still over 8 minutes remaining. Is there anything left in number 18's left-handed stick? So waiting for the Mariners to get one extra man to the box. And as I mentioned, Cook was into it with Kenyon Carta, and they had both lost their stick and at least one glove apiece as they went down to the ice. So actually I wonder if it's, oh, looks like it might be a 10-minute misconduct for Cook. So that'll be the end of his night. But he'll head to the tunnel. Face off outside the line, and that goes to Williamson on the Okanagan Lakers face-off win by Lucas Tokic. Wickham now watching as that puck sails by him and down ice. And enough for an icing call against the Okanagan Lakers, so the Mariners so I saw So I think Kenyon Carta and Cook just got 10-minute misconduct, so their night's effectively done. And with 8 minutes to go, there's a shot, one-timer, Hunter Burgesson letting it go from about 22 feet out. And the left shooting forward snapped that one hard. Good save by Connor Lemieux as he was able to track that. That play only taking 8 seconds. Face off over to Lemieux's right. Good face off win by Davis Sato. Nearly lost his stick in the process. High shot from the slot. And again, they find left shooting forward in position. And again, it's Hunter Burgesson. Sato wins it back to Newens. Takes a shot that's in skates. Konecki now a 4-on-2 if they hurry. Lakers with numbers. Bouncing pass to the middle, and that's a good deflection there. Nolan Wickham getting his left shin pad down and breaking up that play. Burgesson now back the other way. Trying to steam around the outside. Tries a sharp angle shot. Another one by Wickham. Rebound, and it's in the slot. And finally the whistle goes. And we've got a slashing call here. And it's going to go against the Okanagan Lakers. All that pressure, and then Aiden Brown headed to the box for a slash. Cage Newens into the face-off dot for another prime performance and therapy power play. The Mariners have been strong on the extra man advantage here tonight. There's a shot, scores! Ethan Jones. Middle of the left face-off circle, and he lets it fly over the trapper, and Ethan Jones has a second goal tonight. And a multi-point game going as well. Another power play goal for number 10, the captain, Ethan Jones. And if you're an Okanagan Laker or an Okanagan Lakers fan, it maybe feels like a little bit of deja vu. Just south, about 120 kilometers down the Malahide. Here's a 2-on-1. Carmichael going to the middle, and they can't get the pass to him. Ford tried to lift it up over the body of Brandon Moody, and Moody with another assist for Brandon Moody, and he's having a whale of a game. Carson Earhart an assist too. Over the line, pulling to the middle, puck bounces right to the goaltender Lemieux, and Lemieux moving towards 50 shots on goal here tonight. That's number 48. And the Mariners just not taking their foot off of the proverbial gas pedal. Another face-off to the right of Connor Lemieux, and Blake Power will take this draw. It's a stalemate in the circle, but ultimately a win for Brown as he gets it down ice. There goes Konecki, and he has Brown rushing to help him, but he just was a step too late. Wasn't expecting Konecki to get that puck down ice so quickly. And we'll get a face-off here inside the Mariners zone with 6.5 to go here in period number 3. And for all intents and purposes, the Mariners have locked this one away. 4-0 after 20, 6-0 after 40. And here's Blake Power trying to split crease, and Williamson dances to the inside, backhand, and Connor Lemieux, look what I found. I'm gonna hang on to that. And shot number 49 rolls in on Connor Lemieux. Matthew Catelier into the circle. Wins it back to the point, and it's sent to the far side by Noah Danforth and picked up on the near side by Bettinson. The captain speeds away to center. Left shooting forward, hits the line. He's got Brown with him, shoots on goal. Goaltender hit it, and it fell off his chest right down in front of his left pad, and he'll cover that up. And a very alert save by Matthew Fleet as he'll make sure that that doesn't cause any more problems than it did. I think that first shot might have stung him, and a good example. And Carter Bettinson, the lone goal scorer here tonight, and he had another chance there. That guy can shoot. Aiden Brown, look at the way he holds his stick there as he gets ready for the face-off. His left hand almost halfway down the shaft of his stick before he even places his second hand. Right shooting forward. Yeah, he'll get real low here. Tries to play it back, and a good face-off win by the Mariners. Matthew Catelier, long stretch pass. Blake Power speeds, and he races out the icing. Beats it out. Chopped to the blue line, though, by the Lakers, and picked up by Danforth at mid. Landon Strom tried to get a handle on it, and it was sent forward to the neutral ice area again. Good stick lift by Aiden Brown, and now Bettinson has a chance. Spins it to the middle, and that one just off of the stick. And Power falls, but he manages to get the pass away to Catelier, who tries to drive inside outside on Dixon Ria. And Dixon Ria stands tall and breaks that up. Paraplecta, he's going to chase this one. Should be a good race. Him and McGuire into the corner they go. McGuire turns and calmly sends it the other direction. Shot from an angle, and that one won't make it to the net. Jackson Goods to collect. To center goes Power. Tries to deke around the outside. He'll get some help from Curtis Lee, who gives up the pass from the middle, and that one just looking for Goods. His stick tied up by Williamson. Good marker there. Through traffic, that one was tipped in front. Didn't actually trouble the goaltender, but Jackson Goods almost made it a problem. From the corner, the goaltender had lost, or someone had lost a stick there. Williamson did at the tight angle. He put his stick down to try and cut off a pass through the crease. And with 4:44 to go, the Mariners will have another offensive zone face-off. And yes, they did reach 50 shots on goal. Goods, a right shooting forward. Into the face-off circle and a wide stance at the dot. Tries to play it back on the forehand, and he can't against Lucas Tokic. Up along the boards, chopped out towards center where Paraplecta gives chase. But the puck eludes his grasp, and Cole McGuire from his own end, he'll get things started with a tidy pass up the wing. Carried in over by Goods, has Daniels going to the goal, but he's going to drive it himself, backhand, and a big stop. Connor Lemieux stayed right with him, moving from his left to right. and about I don't know, 8-9 inches inside the blue paint. It was a very good lateral movement by the goaltender Connor Lemieux. And Lemieux making some more stops of the puck as he's been tasked with a big load here tonight. Face-off is a stalemate for a moment, but Ethan Jones gets to the puck, plays it to the point. Fake shot from Wickham, and he has that one bounce off of a stick. Man, Wickham's had a great game tonight, and I hope his family is feeling the love here from this broadcaster, Lorenzo Jensen. I think Nolan Wickham's having one of his best games of this early season for sure. So is Jones as he sends it to the crease. He's got a pair. And that one he's unable to hook up with the backside. Carson Earhart sent down ice. 3:45 remaining. Brandon Moody, what a whale of a game he's had too. Multiple assists and a goal towards the net, and that was just poked away by Connor Lemieux. From the corner they'll work it. Good leave there for Earhart. Hold, shoots, left pad save, kicks that one out. And the puck is sent down ice by the Lakers. They want a full change. Out comes Ford. And that stretch pass, they were trying to catch them on the change, but not quite enough. Mariners, though, with possession. Earhart circles behind the net. Wide stance, fights off one check, but it goes to the half wall. And Bettinson will have control of the puck now, skating it out of his own zone. Long pass for Ford. It got knocked down. Oh, look out. The linesman almost had that one hit him in the face as it creams off the glass and outside the zone. Sent in by Ford and collected by Fleet in behind the goal. The pass comes to the point to no one in particular. Down low from Konecki to Bettinson. Shoots, scores! Carter Bettinson, goal number 2 tonight, and he shows why he's so dangerous and why he's the leading scorer right now in the BCIHL. Second goal tonight for Carter Bettinson, and the captain has had a lot of talent on display tonight as he has both of the replies for the Okanagan Lakers to the middle. Big save off of Davis Sato. A left pad save. And here goes Bettinson again. Catches up to the puck, shoots, fought off the chest by Fleet on the backhand through the crease. Oh, he's so dangerous, Bettinson, sending it through the crease, and he nearly hooked up with his mate Ford. From the corner, puck was put across the ice, and not able to reach it was Burgesson, but he made the play to get it back to McGuire. Now he gets a feed. He has Sato going to the net. Shot on goal, looking for the rebound always, and it was kicked out with the right pad. Sato has a look over his shoulder, looking to put it to the middle. Parapolekta just waited for the puck to reach him, and now he plays it out to center. Here's a potential chance for Tokic. Onto the wing, there's a shot, and a big save, cutting down the angle and stopping that shot from close in. Matt Fleet makes a good save. Carmichael wheels it to the middle and wisely intercepted with the paddle and glove. Matt Fleet is going to stop that play with 1:31 remaining. Draws one back to the point where Crease takes a shot. Carmichael wanted another, but he couldn't get it to go. Puts it to the net. And that was wisely moved out by Nolan Wickham. Puck is sent in again by the Lakers, but the Mariners have possession for now. Pass is a tidy one, and it sends Landon Strom partially away. Good bump at the blue line, but the Mariners, another good passing job. Power has joined the rush. Catelier, oh, he wanted to lay it in for him, but now Power has to get his shoulder down and try and protect himself, as now he throws a return hit on Crease, and he didn't like that, and I think they're both going to go now, as the official does not want anything breaking out now in this final minute. So it'll be offsetting penalties to Blake Power. Blake Power and Seth Crease, they'll sit the remainder of this one in the penalty box, but they're won't have to sit the normal length of time unless there's a whole bunch of stoppages, which I just can't necessarily foresee here. But this face-off will be to the right of Connor Lemieux, big, tall goaltender. I like his stance and the way he plays. He's just had a incredible offense to try and control in front of him. And man, he's made some big, big stops. But multiple players, including Austin Daniels, Davis Sato, and Ethan Jones with multi-point, multi-goal games. Face-off win that Lee plays it to himself on the curl from the bottom of the face-off circle. Carlisle got in his way, but Carlisle has to stop hard to try the near side for Spencer Dixon-Rue. And it's played to the point, maybe not out, into the middle for Lee. Holds it, there's a nice pass down low and a beautiful backhand. How do you like that? And not too much of a celebration, but it was a beautiful goal all the same. Hunter Burgesson makes it another Mariner, and I believe we have another scorer that added to the sheet. And the face-off one back into Okanagan territory, and this one all but done as the Mariners grab another late one, and it's 10-1. And just like I said, shades of deja vu after a 10-3 defeat at the hands of the UVic Vikes. There's a shot, sharp angle as the fans start to count down. Wickham one last one, and he puts it off the outside of the skate of Aiden Brown. Now Pause in front of the goal. A little bit of bad blood there with Williamson, the top pairing defender, and the VIU Mariners make it official. Pardon me, I shouldn't say with a 10-2 final. Carter Bettinson getting the pair for the Okanagan Lakers. Pardon me, so that was actually Jackson Good's goal. I thought it was Hunter Burgesson. Tyson Pause with one of the assists, and the Mariners cap off a victory in front of their home fans. They won here a couple of weeks ago on home opening night, and they guide home another win in front of their home fans. So the VIU Mariners improved to 3-1 and 1 on the season. They have one regulation loss and one overtime loss, but they do improve, and the Okanagan Lakers, for their part, now move to 2-4 on the season. As I mentioned, Carter Bettinson did as much as he was able to do tonight, but the offense just wasn't able to keep up with the VIU Mariners and their hot sticks tonight. A couple of players with multi-point and multi-goal efforts. And of note, Austin Daniels, he had a great game for the Mariners. And as a matter of fact, on the first two goals, he had a goal and an assist. Ethan Jones, his work on the power play was just spot on. You can't really draw it up any better than number 10 did, the captain, and he had a couple of goals on the power play on the Prime Performance and Therapy power play. And for their part, they also had a shorthanded goal in the first period, as you recall, the third goal being a shorty. Landon Strom nailing that one down. Ryan Hunter with a marker, Davis Sato with a pair, and another great night offensively for Brandon Moody. I think that was probably his best game in a Mariners jersey. The final shots, 55 for the VIU Mariners, 15 for the Okanagan Lakers. Carter Bettinson with 2 goals for the Okanagan Lakers, but they fall here after giving up another 10 spot the previous night to the UVic Vikes. So the Mariners, like I said, improve on the season. One overtime loss, one regulation loss, but now grabbing their third win. And they have played one of the fewest amounts of games so far in the league. So they're going to be playing catch up here as the schedule moves past the Halloween break and towards the Christmas break, of course. And then always in the new year, great tournament style here at the Nanaimo Ice Center. Should be loads of fun and always very, very mixed culturally, hockey-wise, the whole 9 yards. It's a great event, and looking forward to that. And I do have the next one. So November 22nd, that'll be our next home game. The Mariners take on the SFU Red Leafs, who grabbed a 5-4 win in overtime last night in Logan Lake. And that will be at 7:15 as we normally do. And thank you so very much for joining us on the BCIHL YouTube channel and on the Rogers broadcast. Thank you so very much. We love what we do. That's Bryce on the camera. I'm Lorenzo Jensen. And your VIU Mariners 10-2 winners here in BCIHL action. Saturday night at the Nick. It's always a great time. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you, everyone, once again. And you have a fantastic weekend. That I would rather her not leave. Awesome job, Bryce. It looked great. Absolutely great stuff. Running both streets.